Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all. It is a Wednesday, and we all know what that means. It's the start off the SLR races, or the SLR League. Effectively, is when we kick it off on Wednesday. I kind of stumbled over my words there, and it is, of course, starting off Wednesday. It is the Tier 3 boys. They will be showing us what they've got. They've been practicing ever since last week on this Silverstone track, or England track, as I've seen some people posting it. And we're going to see what they get on, how they get on. It is, of course, myself, Tipsy Bob, still sitting in for whomever is supposed to be in this seat. Of course, and accompanying the fabulous, hey, Babs.
Good evening, how are you, my friend? I've got an info. What stuff, says the Ocean Chief? And we're going live to the qualifying round that starts now. And we have a couple of racers. I don't know what the sound is. If the sound is okay, just let us know, guys.
Yes, indeed. Chief does indeed say wet stuff. I believe he is crew chiefing a few drivers. Can I say who? I think I can say who he's crew chiefing. He's crew chiefing Crawley and Boosted and I think Futuristic. So the results, good or bad, are on his conscience, Babs. I'm still
waiting to see if it's gonna rain, because Chief says things that I want to hear but never come to pass.
It's England, though, Babs. Yes, as Chief says, Chief says, it always. Oh my goodness, I cannot get rid of this cough. It always rains in England, and we have Silver. Oh, Mr. Silver. Hello, Silver. 1987. He's just a little bit younger than me. I am going. Babs, did you know on Monday, this Monday, I am going to be 39. Can you believe it? I can still remember whenever I was 38.
I think I'm still 20 years old, mate. What you're talking about.
Anyway.
And we have the first one that's going on the hot lap. It's Antab, whatever you can call him.
Antab. A fun fact about Antab, while we're watching him navigating around Silverstone here, is he is absolutely phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen, at Age of Empires 2. We play with him all the time, and he wrecks everyone that comes anywhere near him. So he's amazing. I did notice that Zoom has left the session. Zoom is our current Tier 3 championship leader, and closely snapping at his heels is Naiku. Is Naiku racing today? Let me just have a little look. I don't see Naiku. So Naiku is not racing today, so he is potentially going to lose points. Crawley is also closely behind in P3 in the standings, and then realistically the only other guy that's really close to them is Lepson.
I think there are congratulations in orders for Silver for his little baby.
Oh, look at that! Congratulations, Silver. Do you know what? That might be the very first SLR baby. I think that's what it is. Yes, indeed, Chief is asking, is he called Ocean Chief? That would have been such a... we've got a time on the board! Generally, I don't get too excited, Babs, in the first runs, these guys, because it's only after they put their first run in can we then start to see on their second run if they're improving or not. So, does anyone know what the kind of times, what's the kind of good time in Silverstone for Tier 3?
I think it's going to be 126 low.
A 26 low, so like you're talking about a 26 dead or 26-2, something like that?
26-1, 26-2, somewhere about there.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Maybe I will be way off.
Not at all, Babs, but Fabulous is the font of all knowledge in SLR. And we will be looking to see if they can get close to the 26 ones. So far, they're not too far off with Babs, with Eversnacks, who has recently got the bug again of Formula 1. He's been out of for quite a while, actually. Pretty quick driver whenever he gets up to speed, and he's currently leading the pack here. Only 9 drivers setting the time so far out of 26.5. So, yep, we're getting close to that 26-1, Babs.
and I don't know who to follow because they are all outside. And I think we have Bobby.
You can follow whoever you want at this moment, Babs, because we're waiting until these guys do all the runs.
125.9.
Well, there you go, Babs. Didn't take long for you to be wrong.
I said up around. Okay, I can't be exact. Come on, don't crucify me.
Demand, Babs, I demand total accuracy. Come on. Look,
I'm waiting for Crowley. I will watch him and see what he's doing. He's on a hot lap.
Yes, Crawley is indeed on his hot lap. I'm running on board with him as well, and I was in the channel, the private channel with Crawley and a few other guys, and I was kind of teasing Crawley because you see, I feel that me and Chief and that so-called no assist cult, as it's been called, we have failed Crawley, Babs, because we encouraged him to drop his assists, and he did drop them, and he was very, very good. But that old drug of easy assists has caught him again, and he's got the racing line back on. Of course, you're allowed to use it, no problem, it's tier 3. But he's fallen back to the dark side, and I have to say his performances have improved, so it kind of shows how much of an advantage it is. But we'll not hold that against him. He is currently grinding Formula 1 this season. He's determined to get on track.
I have said it before, and I will say it today again. Crowley is a good driver, but he loses the composure at the time of the race.
Yes.
And that's his problem. That's what makes him lose points, positions, and maybe championships. 125.6. Here you go. You have your answer, man.
But whilst Babs was absolutely ridiculing Crawley, Crawley sticks it on pole. And I'm sorry,
yes,
I normally
listen. The win, you're not gonna win from the pole position. You have to be consistent. You have to have your head down, focus on your race, and don't force mistakes. Take, for example, his first race in Portugal, in Portimao. He was 5+ seconds ahead. The second one had the 3-second penalty, and he managed to spin his car. That's what I'm talking about. He needs to be focused. For some reason, I don't know why, at some points he loses the focus. He needs to improve that. I don't know if it is psychological or something, but he needs to improve that.
I think it's because he has a strategically placed calendar above his monitor, and it's of the the kind of like the interesting woman kind of pictures, and I think that distracts him. That's probably what it is. But Babs, on that topic of consistency, you may remember, I think the last time we raced here was whenever I think I raced, and I can't remember whether I was second or third. I think I was second, and Heat had pretty much the pace on me, but I was just hung in there, didn't panic. And of course, due to technical difficulties for Mr. Heat, he DC'd, and I think I got the win. But yes, it is all about keeping your head down and keeping that, as you say, focus.
2 years ago, in 21 game, I had the best race of my life here in Britain.
Tell me, Babs, tell me all about it.
I started the Prix 16. And in 8 laps, I was up 8 places. But the game decided that that's enough. So it disqualified me. Yeah, it spun me the wrong way and gave me disqualification.
Well, these things happen. I noticed the chat is popping at the moment with Silver and Chief. And we can get more people on. I'll have a wee look down the chat. Chief saying, I remember our 1-2 in England GP? No, actually. Sorry.
Definitely starting his hot lap right now.
Look at that. Babs doesn't want to hear. He doesn't want to hear anything about it. Did you know that, according to Chief, that Lepson isn't Dutch, Babs. He's actually from Loserville. We're here all week.
Zombie 2! What?
Yes, but we will try and focus on some of this stuff that's going on here. Lepson crossing the first sector time, and he is up on his time very, very, very marginally. Not really worth considering. But he's still up, so that is a bonus. Let's see how he navigates this mixed twisty section. The famous Max Hamilton corner.
He has traffic in front.
I do, yes, he does have traffic. That can potentially help him. Although, generally, I'd rather not have anyone in my eye line whenever I'm qualifying, because it can just distract you a little bit. Also, if people can let me know, whenever I'm running on board like this, tell me, can you hear the game over my microphone? Excuse me, because I have, speakers, so...
I can hear you perfectly.
You can't hear the game, that's okay. So let's see how Lepson goes. This guy in front is not moving, and I think that person is indeed about to start a lap. Might be a bit of a distraction for Super Laps, but...
It's a McLaren.
Yeah, it is indeed a McLaren, and he comes around the corner, and boom! That doesn't bother Lepson at all, and he just...
Oh my God.
He just squeezes it, Babs. You see that squeaky bum? He just squeezes it in there. And that's
yes, but Crawley's on his outlap right now.
Oh, Crawley's coming out to play, Babs. Crawley's coming out to play. So what is the chat saying?
Let's remind our chat that we are streaming on Twitch also. So you can grow the community over there too, if you want.
Oh, sorry, Bob. I remember, yes, when the Chief was on the hards. That's right. I remember that, and he was behind me. He came out in the safety. He didn't come out. I can't remember what happened, but he was behind me, and I think I was leading the race.
Ooh, nice,
and he just basically backed everyone up on the hards and then let me get away. And he held on to that P2 right enough. So great job by Chief. But Crawley man, Papa, the guy that we have failed, is crossing sector time, and he's up on his time. Very, very little, but believe it or not, if he crossed the line,
it may be enough to take the pole position.
That's what I was going to say. That would actually be enough to take the pole off Lepson. But there's still a couple of bit of tricky section to go here, Babs. A super fast Max Hamilton corner. I can't remember what you call that. Hanger straight or whatever you call it. Then we're going to Maggots. Let's see how the telemetry is. We're not going to see it just yet, but we'll see it around this corner. That was not a very good exit on the Maggots and Packets.
He's improving! No, he's in the Hunger Straight.
Yep, this is going to be pole. If he can hang it on these last couple of corners, you can lose it all here if you run out too wide, and then you can lose it as well here. You need to nail this apex and then careful on the traction. It's easy to lose it. Even up at the fourth gear, you can lose it. As you can see, bit of a tank slapper, but he crosses the line, and it's the
yes.
Hit the pole. Is it going to be the final pole? And while we're saying all that, look, Wetzels sneaks it into P3.
Are they in the same voice channel? They're gonna fight it off, Lepson probably.
So we're waiting for the wee bit of quietness now, Babs, while everyone's getting themselves all wound down or wound up, let's say, to their final run. And I just want to give another wee shout out to Silver. It's good to see him in the chat. I don't suppose we'll be seeing him anytime soon now that he's got another little life to take care of. But maybe if he gets a bit of free time, it would be wonderful to see Silver on track again. Unfortunately, I won't be joining him because I have retired, Babs. I have officially thrown in the gloves or the boots or whatever you call it.
Why, if I may ask?
Because I cannot be. Can I say arsed? I think I can say arsed. I'll say arsed. I can't be arsed practicing anymore and grinding and all this. I can't be bothered. I'm almost 40. I've won enough.
What you're talking about?
Yeah, but you don't race anymore either, Babs.
Because I have to do the commentary, that's why. If I'm racing, who's going to do the counts?
That's true. That's true. We depend on Babs because, you see, we have lots of commentators, but no one will register Babs, so it's left to us. We have to carry the field in Tier 3.
Probably they don't like my face or my voice, I don't know.
Ah, I don't think so. I'm sure you look just like a double of Brad Pitt.
And we have boosted starting his hot lap right now.
Boosted, or is he?
19th.
Alright. So, Boosted is on his lap. We shall run on board with Boosted to give him a bit of airtime. And let's see how he gets on. He really eats up that curb. Not really ideal, that's going to throw him out wide. But no problem. He's still on track. He's getting a bit of slipstream. This guy needs to move, whoever that is. Oh my goodness, who was that? Who was that? Let me just check down.
He's losing time.
Someone. That was Virtue? Yeah, it was Virtue. That was blocking. And Boost is off. I think Boosted will be maybe potentially blaming Virtue on that one. Possibly. Because Boosted was absolutely yeeting towards that break point, the vital turning point, and Virtue was sitting on the racing line. And it meant that if Boosted had to come off the racing line, he would have had a tighter turn and it would have thrown him out wide and blah blah blah. Yep, probably going to be a report there.
I'm gonna go focus on the top 3. Left on his out lap.
Alright.
And Crowley just got out of the pit lane.
Crawley's going to be the first to cross to start his lap, Bob. So
left one would be the first one.
Oh, yes, right. And then so we'll watch Lepson, and then I'll keep a very careful eye on Crawley. The only problem Lepson has is that he's got a bit of traffic in front. Look at that. There's Irish and Italian flags there. Look at that. Well represented. Yes, indeed. Here goes Lepson. Can he sneak this pole off Crawley? Or can Crawley hold on to it? Or can Luke sneak it? Or can Zoom, the current championship leader, take it? So it's all to play for. And here we go. Let's see how Lepson does it. He's done a good job so far. Pretty tidy. There are cars in the distance there. Let's see if they're getting out of the way. They are this time. Whoever that is, getting out of the way. And let's see his sector 1 time. He's up by a tenth, so that will be enough already to take the pole off Crawley.
He's losing time. Lepson is losing time.
Oh, sorry, you're right. My goodness, he is losing time, so that's not good at all for Leps. Can he make it up though? He still could make it up in these next remaining corners. I see Crawley has also now started his lap, so I'm going to watch him. But Lepson will be coming around to finish Sector 2. This will be telling. Oh no, it's too late. It's done. Lepson's done. He's spun. He's not going to get pulled. Let's see if who's further up ahead though? Is it Wetzel's? Yeah, it is Wetzel. Wetzel's is up, but not a lot. It's not enough to take pole. Crawley is not improving either, so Bobby then sneaks it in and takes the P3 off Luke. Luke still might be able to rescue that P3. Currently looks like he might just do it. Lepson's definitely not going to improve, but Crawley, how is he getting on? The Crawley in Sector 2. We're going to see his Sector 2 shortly. Who else are we looking at here? Luke's not going to do it. So Luke Wetzel is definitely not taking the pole. He's not actually going to improve at all, I don't think. So it's all down to Crawley. Can Crawley improve? No, he can't. He loses it. And I think that's our grid. Unless Zoom, out of nowhere, boink, Zoom sneaks pole out of the, what do you call it? Snatches it from the hat or the claws of victory from Crawley. And he takes the pole. However, that's only one part of the session. As you said earlier, Babs, doesn't mean you're going to win the race.
And if Ocean says it's true that we will have a good race, things are going to be crazy.
Well, I'm wondering, will Joel be able to make an overtake this today without killing anyone? Because if you can cast your mind back last week, he killed Inferno Colin, who also, I'll point out, is actually pretty handy on the battlefield of Age of Empires as well. And we have
promised. I can't play Age of Empires anymore, mate, sorry.
Why not?
Because
you'd be welcome.
Back in the day, about 30 years ago, I was playing Age of Empires 2 with hardest difficulty with 7 opponents. So I'm burned out.
Hardest difficulty? Hardest difficulty? My goodness. Well, Chief says Babs like it moist. I would say Babs likes it hard.
Not just moist, mate. Not just moist. I would like it full wet. To be honest, I would like to rain cats and dogs.
Yes, you like it well lubricated, don't you?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
So
Maiku's in the chat. Yes?
let's see the standings. So Ocean will have the results. And don't blame me later.
Blame Babs, everyone. There you go.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I can take it.
Babs is has thick skin. He can take it. He's a tough man. Yes, Chief does point out that this is Joel's home GP, and look at that beautiful British weather. Sure, where would you get it?
Is it for full wets or readers?
That looks to me like it's going to be a full wet.
Yeah, because I see some small puddles of water.
I remember a race one time, Babs. I think it was Austria, and it was absolutely bucketing down like this, and we were waiting for it, to switch over, but it never worked. The mediums, the inders just didn't work. It was the softer compounds remained, so it was raining. It was very wet, but the wets didn't work.
So we are gonna expect an exciting race right now, and because we don't have the DRS because of the wet race, let's see the strategies and the tactics that everybody's gonna follow.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. Now I'm going to just get everything, all my telemetry set up for myself so I can cover the action. Yes,
Everybody's
indeed.
on full wets.
Yes.
As expected.
Full wet. Yes. And someone's nearly losing it. Who was that? Was that Bobby or Luke? I think I might have been Bobby or Luke. Almost lost it already. Some people, it is not an unknown event for people to lose it in on the formation lap. As Chief, what's going on here between Wesley and who? Wesley and Scantoni. They're overtaking each other. Anyway, as Chief
not happy with this weather.
Yes. As Chief would often point out, formation lap is probably the hardest lap you can do.
It is, if you think about it.
Someone has spun. Told you, it's Joel. Joel has spun on formation lap.
And the good thing about these conditions is that you don't have to reach high temperature on your tires because of the rain. The wets are working significantly in lower temperatures like 70-80 degrees Celsius.
Well, Babs, who's going to win? Who's going to win the race?
Are you serious right now? They haven't started yet.
I'm never serious, Babs. Who's going to win?
Of course, I want for Crowley to win, okay? But you don't count Zoom and Robson like that out, the contestant.
I think it's going to be quite tricky to call. I would not be surprised if Eversnacks gets himself up into the podium. Yeah, we will see. I'm sure everyone has their TC on, so that'll help them. I don't know, Joel. I don't know, Babs. I'm expecting some people to do a bit of tomfoolery into the braking zones. Don't be surprised if we get a very early safety car, turn 1, turn 2, or turn 3.
I'm expecting a lot of penalties, to be honest.
Oh, yes. It is tier 3 after all.
No. It's the track that the limits are not consistent.
Yes, but it is also tier 3. Anyway, Babs, I'm going to run on board with I'll run on board with Bobby to see if I can get a bit of a look at how these guys start the line. Crawley is positioned his card left to capitalise on a good start, and here we go. The lights are off, and Zoom leads us away at the British England Grand Prix. And Bobby is going up the inside of Lepson, and he runs Lepson right off track. Luke also goes off track. Oh my goodness, these guys are, as I expected, kind of struggling. Dressing Gecko, a nice opportunistic move. Look at these guys fighting in third place. They're really running each other off. They're almost going 3 wide here. Oh, I forgot to record. Hang on, Babs, give me 2 seconds.
Yes. Do you think we have a lot of position change because of the wet weather?
Sorry about that. No, I like to record the race as well because I sometimes spot stuff that the stream doesn't get. And we're getting a bit of a fight here between Wesley and Quirk and Futuristic. They're going around side by side. Who's that? Quirk and Futuristic. Something's going to give there. And I think Futuristic got a bit of a slippy start there, and he's going to lose out to Skin Tony. Futuristic is nothing he can do. Just slot into place. Oh my goodness! Virgin nearly runs into the back. Oh, Futuristic. And then who's that? Antab, Opportunistic, says hello, thank you very much. And he sneaks it up the inside. He's going round Maggots and Beckett's. Oh my goodness, Antab. These wet conditions are not affecting him whatsoever, and he gets 2 places there as we're running up into Maggots and Beckett's. That's a great job from him. Now let's see if anyone else does an opportunistic dive further up the field. Who's this? Lepson and Luke are still fighting. Lepson trying to get that P4 back. He will have done it, and Piggy was getting a bit of a tank slapper there. Flicking through the back. Skin Tony might have a bit of a look here on Quirk. No, thinks better of it. And Tom getting out of the brakes. Oh, he runs very, very deep, and he might actually come under attack here. What?
Inferno lost plenty of places. He's struggling really hard to keep the car on track. And now Boosted is overtaking him.
Yeah, we can see this. They're going to go 2 side by side. But says he got damage? What is it? Inferno and Tilda are really struggling here for front end grip. So maybe a bit of damage, or maybe just. I wonder, is it going to be drying up, Babs?
Go up the front. Rolly is going to attempt. Oh, no. He's going to wait. Gonna wait for the mistake. And he's going from the outside.
This is just going to capitalize for Bobby. Be able to cut back, but Bobby needs to be careful on the traction. Oh, they all get a good bit of traction, and Bobby is pushing. You don't want to be too close here in the wet, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do this. Oh, my goodness. There's somehow...
Hamilton Verstappen situation right here.
Crawley, runs out wide, and then Bobby says, thank you very much. Bobby, I don't actually remember seeing Bobby, so, I mean, he must have been a late addition and late reserve. But doing a good job so far, taking up the P2. He seems to have quite a bit of pace in this Red Bull as he activates his battery. I think he's going to go for it. He's going to go for the race lead. And I don't think Zoom's going to fight him too much. Let's see how they get on. But Zoom on the brakes much earlier and gives it up to Bobby. So Bobby then capitalizes, and at the moment it's looking like he's got a lot more pace over these guys. Oh, he almost loses on the braking there. See that? Almost like a rear locking. Oh, and then Zoom also messes it up, and that almost catches out Crawley. And then further back, Luke is sideways. That corner is notorious even in the dry. Never mind the wet. We got a yellow. It's who is that? Tilda, and these guys at the back are having an absolute war. My goodness, they're all left, right, and centre. Tilda loses it and he manages to keep it out of the wall.
I managed to take it to catch it on live on stream.
Oh, and then Inferno loses it as well. Inferno is off, sitting the wrong way around the track, and he's trying to get out of this. He's ghosted, and these guys are driving through him. So yeah, these guys are really struggling at the back for traction, as you would imagine. But no safety cars yet, and Lepson is down to P17.
He's having a lot of trouble to keep the car steady.
I would like to say after 3 laps, Bobby is almost 2 seconds ahead. And so I would like to say, if this guy takes off, put him as a reserve in Tier 3. Because I don't remember seeing him. And he's absolutely yeeting it away from these guys. So Hoopst is Bobby. The chat can let me know. Because this is looking, at the moment, a little bit unfair if he is normally a much quicker driver. We'll see.
On Zoom. He's closing the gap little by little. And he's not using a lot of his ERS. He's gonna need it later on. While Bobby is improving his laps.
Has Bobby raced before? I mean, he's absolutely. I mean, he's 3 seconds already. I mean, he's literally running away with the race within 4 laps already.
I think he's running like it's a dry race. Bobby's is there finish. Do we have any? Okay, we don't.
The yellow Crawley is still. We're going to McLaren off, that's Quirk, but Crawley is literally pushing Zoom. Opens Crawley, gets a bit of the cutback. Oh, careful on the power, Crawley. That's really easy to catch you out when you think you've got the cutback. Oh, Crawley, no. No, he's almost too. You can be almost too close here. This is going to be. Yeah, back out of that. Now you get him. Now go, 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 go. That's it. Job done. Crawley up to P2.
And now Zoom has to face Wetzels. I think Crawley is trying to use as minimum ERS as possible because he knows that you can't charge your ERS easy on this track with these conditions.
Luke is trying to go around the long way around Zoom. Zoom can afford to break a bit later and run her out to the racing line as he has track position. Doesn't necessarily have to give as much room, but he does respectfully give a good bit room of Luke. And that's Luke zip up the inside. Zoom backs out of that one. And Zoom does not enjoy these conditions at all. As they say, these kind of conditions separate the men from the boys. And Zoom really gets a tank slapper. And that's Piggy squeezed right onto the back of this Williams of Zoom. At the moment, as we said, Zoom is not enjoying these conditions whatsoever. So far, everyone's behaving themselves. So my prediction was out the window.
And we forgot to say that Tim got the first penalty of the race.
Oh. Let's see what happens. Bobby is just checking out at the moment. Is it going to be? I wonder, is it going to be a full wet? Yeah, I wonder, is it going to be a full wet race, otherwise, or is it going to dry up? Because I think some of these guys still have a dry setup on. Because some of them are really struggling for front end grip. Not Bobby though. I'm just watching him. He's just got an abundance of grip. So he must have a wet setup.
This is having a problem with Piggy now.
Oh.
Basically, Ocean is not gonna dry up. It's very little time. It's only about 5 laps. The 45-minute margin.
Let's see whom else is pretty close. No one really within touching distance, although Piggy briefly got close to Zoom there. Zoom, I think, is slowly wrapping up, or slowly reeling in Luke again. Luke is not. Oh, as soon as I say that, he gets a bit of a tank slapper. These guys really struggling on the exit of that corner. Again, as I said, it is already tricky in the dry. Never mind the wet stuff. Wesley, or who calls it? Is it Punk? Weasley? I think he calls him Weasley. Weasley is squeezing up onto the back of the Haas here, and of course, Eversnacks in behind Dressing Gecko. Dressing Gecko, as we see earlier on, not afraid to send it if he has an opportunity, but it'll not be him sending it. It'll be most likely Weasley or Eversnacks. Eversnacks is not normally one to send it. He normally kind of hangs off. Oh, and he loses it. Eversnacks absolutely messes up the turn-in, braking, and he just, there you go. Wesley takes that P7 off him, and now Wesley looks like he's lining up Gecko, and as we know, Wesley is not afraid to deploy a battery He likes deploying. Don't deploy it there, son. You don't want to do that. Yeah, they make it through. This is the closest battle so far on track. Still get a yellow, but we're going to stick on board with Wesley here. He's really, really close to Gecko, and they are not that far away from Piggy as well. Piggy seems to be dropping off as well from those guys ahead. So Wesley, as we know, he will deploy a good bit here. He is still deploying, and he's still deploying, and he's lifted off, and he's going to go for it. No, he backs out of it. He backs out of it wisely. Wasn't quite close enough. Still get yellows. We got somebody off.
We have a hash.
Yeah, Joel again. Joel not having much luck even in his home race.
Ooh. Ever snacks. Oh my god.
Eversnacks will be determined to get that place back off Wesley. Wesley.
Oh my god. I thought we were gonna hit each other.
You thought he was going to go right up his rear end.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly moist enough to do it. Oh, Eversnacks loses it again on that corner. He can't seem to figure out the breaking point. Oh, and he slides on track in front of Wonder Tom, and there's a collision. I have a feeling that Eversnacks might have caused that with that rejoin. I kind of caught a lot of guys off guard, and Wonder Tom and Skin Tony were collected in that rejoin, so that might be an issue. But then Skin Tony is now trying to have a look here at the Ferrari of Wonder Tom. Wonder Tom did post earlier before the race that he's having a bit of a sore stomach, so he's a bit under the weather. But he's here and he's here to fight. And Skin Tony just almost runs into the back end of the Ferrari. So definitely got a little more pain. Oh, and he hits him again. Skin Tony hits the back of Wonder Tom. I don't think it's entirely his fault because Wonder Tom did get a bit of a twitchy section there on the car. So we'll leave that one to the FIA. But these things, these incidents are starting to rack up now, Babs. We are starting to see people make mistakes as these wets are starting to wear down.
I told you it's gonna be a mayhem. And Joel went for the Inters.
Mm-hmm. And yes, a controversial comment from Mr. Chief as Lepson gets 5-second time penalty. But I kind of agree with the Chief what he says there. You know, at this point, Joel really should just turn on the assist because he clearly cannot drive in the wet with no assist. So just turn them on, Joel. We'll forgive you.
But Joel is closing the gap with Inter.
I need to clear myself. Give me 2 seconds.
But if I was to race without assist, I would be worse than Jordan. I will be all over the track, basically all over the stadium. Now the question is, will Crowley pit? I think he should pit. If our gamer is listening to us, let Crowley know that he should pit right now.
You heard it there, gamer. Babs, the font of knowledge, is telling Crowley to pit now.
Yes! Yes! Yes. He's gonna have a lot of advantage right now.
See that, Babs? They were listening.
Sorry, guys, for the excitement.
That's all right, Babs. I don't mind if you show a bit of passion.
Don't start, come on.
But the only thing, I've been commentating a long time, right, on SLR, and I have said it many, many times over the years that I know you like wet races, but I don't. I don't like racing in them, and generally I don't think they make as good a viewing as the dry races, mainly because the wet kind of neutralizes a race, really. I mean, it doesn't. It becomes you're not really racing anybody else. You're just racing the conditions.
Yes,
So
okay. I hear what you say, but when there is wet, is when you put out all of your skills.
well, you see,
You
now,
don't depend on your
well,
DRS. You don't depend on. You have to manage your battery perfect. You have to choose the perfect point of overtaking, the perfect point of braking. You know, it brings you the best of you. That's my opinion.
well, I would normally agree with that, Babs, except there is one fundamental flaw. It cannot bring out the best in people. Here it goes. I'm going to say it. And I know argument will be listening and they can predict what I'm going to say. It'll not bring out the best in people if they've got an assist. Because you've got a line telling you when to brake. You've got traction control helping you get on your traction. You've got ABS helping you brake. So, yes, I can get what you're saying, but there's flaws.
Okay, let's see. Safety car! Safety
Yes.
car! And Grohl is up ahead! And Grohl is up ahead!
Listen to the passion from Babs! We love it.
What was the safety car about?
I don't know.
I don't see any grasses. And Bobby right now is on the worst place possible.
Just checking the chat. Oh, look at that. We have Super Mac, the GOAT of SLR in chat. And Tuna Man as well. An up and coming GOAT. Did you know that, Babs? Did you know that Tuna is an up and coming GOAT?
I don't know.
But he's on.
I have MC Punk saying me the GOAT is Dice, so.
Well, no, you see, no. I have attributed Dice a different type of GOAT. He is just the gift that just keeps on giving, okay? But then there is like proper GOATs. And Mac is one of them, Super Mac. Tuna is up and coming, although he's a little bit ageist.
A lot of penalties.
Discriminates against old people. Did you know that Tuna Man sounds like he's 50, but he's actually just a child? Did you know that?
No, but right now, Skimmed only drives through penalty, speeding out under safety car, and Bobby is gonna have a lot of advantage. He's gonna be up front, and because of the safety car, Rolly will not be able to overtake him because of the delta.
So, Babs, 10 laps in, I'm going to ask you again, who is going to win?
Now things have changed.
Yes.
And I'm gonna expect Crowley to give up a good fight.
What is your what is it about Crawley that you love so much? Is it because
I know him. I know he can perform. That's the problem. Have you ever seen a driver that you know he can perform and just make stupid mistakes?
Yes, there's a guy called.
That's Crawley. You know he can deliver very decent rounds, but at some point something happens. I know him. He's Greek, you know.
The Greeks stick together. Greek bias, yes, Greekish bias. I agree.
Dude, when you speak with somebody, you understand how he can perform. Okay, for example, last season I wasn't, not last season, a couple of seasons back I was racing against Crowley. And we were at the same pace. He has improved. I know he has improved. I can see that.
Did he learn from the Master Babs then, did he?
No. Yeah, the Master Babs, the last of the last. I'm worse than Latifi, man. Come on.
You're worse than what, Joel?
Do you remember Latifi? Gotifi?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm worse than him. Come on. The only bad thing about me is that I give too many spaces for the others to.
Sorry, there's something happening here. Sorry, Bob, there's something happening between Bobby and Bobby keeps lagging back, and then Crawley and Luke has to keep giving it back to him before they get a penalty. So there seems to be something going on here. These guys are very, very
Bobby is
large.
lagging, and then they have to be careful not to be so close. And I think we are going to have 2 laps for safety car. So, but certainly he's up to P15.
Did you know, Babs, that I am a great admirer of you, that I actually can do a pretty good imitation of your voice? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can do Chief, right? So I'll start off with Chief right there, guys. What about you? So here we are at SLR, England Grand Prix. So that's Chief, right? And then Babylus! John is up to P15.
I sound worse than you sound, mate. Come on.
Well, you got a good voice. The one I love is whenever you say, "Our gamer into the pits." That's my favorite. And Crawley would say it's okay, very strangely. I don't know if I can say it. I think I can say it. So you would say, if you're playing Rocket League, you'd say, "Right, Crawley, go forward to get the ball." And he goes, "Okay. Yeah. One person I would love to try and imitate, but unfortunately I still have not heard his voice, is Super Mac. Why will he not come on VC? I want to talk to this man. But yet he just plays hard to get. He's teased. That's what it is. He plays hard to get. Do you ever get those women, Babs, that they just tease you and they play hard to get? That's McKender.
You know the medicine for that?
Ignore them.
Yeah.
Right, that's it, Super Mac. If you're listening, I am just going to die on the stream. I'm just going to ignore you from now on.
Don't talk to him again, ever.
I will give him the silent treatment. There we go. Until Mac comes on VC. We are filling in, this is like a radio show. We're trying to fill in until the action kicks off. And there's no action starting yet. Hopefully the safety car is in this time. These guys, how can they not catch a safety car? Come on, boys.
Skintoni just pitted before the previous lap. That's why he's back at the end. But I think safety car will be in this lap. That's my opinion. We will have the final conclusion after the Magnussen package.
Okay. Did you know, and a fun fact, that the safety car has led more laps in Tier 3 than Joel?
No, I don't think so.
I just made that up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's true, though.
Again, the remotes.
Surely the safety car comes in this lap and we can get some racing underway.
Yeah, I don't think the safety car is going to wait for Skintoni.
No.
It's already 4 laps in. But we will know now after the Sector 2 finishes. Yes, safety car in.
It's a pity there wasn't another finish on the track beside Bobby, because then I can start talking about that, that finish teamwork that we would like to talk about that doesn't actually exist, but we just like to say it anyway. So, Bobby is, I don't know if it's a
I'm
spectator
gonna
bug, but
go
he's...
on board with Bobby.
Yes, I shall go on board with Crowley, guys. Here we go. When's he gonna go? Is he gonna leave it late, or is he gonna go? Or has he gone? Has he gone? I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Bobby has gone, and Crowley was ready for it, almost ready for it. But Bobby's just got so much freaking traction on that Red Bull that he's able to just capitalize massively on this. Everyone else, I'm flicking through here. A lot of people actually got caught out by that. The closest one I was is Antab on Larson. I'll be keeping a wee eye on that one. But so far, everyone's following the suit. And this is the thing, these wet races, I just kind of think they nullify them out. Nothing's happening. Nobody's keeping a couple of eyes, and off we go.
Skin done is in the fastest lap, 140.
Did you know that the common gnat lives for 12 hours, but in its brief life makes love 124 times? Which is the mirror opposite of, I believe, Chief's life.
Yellow sector 1, sector 2, sorry. That's quirky.
Oh my god, they got 3 wide, almost 3 wides at the Hamilton, Lewis, whatever you call that corner. They're all going around that one, and somehow they all made it out alive. Maggots and Beckett's, something's going to give here. Who is that up ahead? That is Lepson. Lepson's all over Joel. Joel will just be almost like an obstacle for them to get past. They will be desperate to get past them, but look at this. Wonder Tome now is got an eye up futuristic. The man that microwaves his cups of tea. Skin Tony has retired. He's crashed out at where is that? He crashed out at the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, and indeed there is another safety car. Wonderful. We get to follow behind the safety car for another 15 laps or so.
Now the question is, do you go in to take drive for Querke? And the question is, are you gonna change your tires? That's a big question right now. A lot of people at the end pitted.
I'm loving that the little emoji from Mac. It is indeed nail-biting stuff. Tense. Who's going to bottle it behind the safety car? It's going to be Joel. So, Babs, what are you getting me from a birthday?
You have a wife. What should I get you?
Hang on a minute. The wife can only do so much for a man. Some things that, men need.
She can do more, but you don't know that.
Hey, do you know something about my wife that I don't?
About women in general.
Oh, look at this. This is brave talk from Babs. I've been married. How long have I been married? 13 years? Something like that. Do you know what they say, Babs? They say the first 10 years of marriage are the worst. And then after that, it's just pure hell.
I'm wondering why you say that.
What, sorry?
I'm just wondering why you say that.
It's just a little saying we have in Ireland.
You see that's why I don't prefer Western women.
Oh, what, do you like Asian women?
Yep.
Oh. Futuristic 5-second time penalty.
They lose the braking point and they go with high speed in the pit lane. That's
Formation lap.
Happening.
Yeah, the formation lap and the safety car are the two of the hardest.
Soft? What?
What?
He's trolling us. I can't think of anything more, anything else. He's just trolling us.
Babs, are you his race engineer or something? Because I know you like the softs. But softs? Eh? This is, of course, high quality content, ladies and gentlemen.
You will find it nowhere else, just on the SLR.
Well, actually, if you want really high quality, tune in on Friday for Tier 1. Now that's pretty good. It's just the safety. I think it's just the wet. It's just for me, wet races just kind of, I keep on saying it, they kind of just nullify the racing.
Wet says, if you don't see it, is very careless about braking.
Wetzels or Wesley?
Basically, Wetzels.
Wetzels, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, he's running off.
He has to be more careful because, for example, if now he hits Crowley, then if I was Crowley, I would DNF him. Honestly. In real life and in game.
For all the seasons that we've been doing this, I can remember even way back as far as whenever Terror Incognita used to commentate, the wonderful Terror, brilliant commentator. He would often get kind of, I wouldn't say annoyed, but he would often remark of, we cannot understand why people get so close to each other under a safety car, or they go side by side.
They are pitting.
What?
They are pitting. Let's see what the tires will be. Come on, come on, come on. Softs! They're going for the softs. I don't know. Is it that dry? I didn't get the memo that DRS enabled.
Me neither. I'm just waiting for the safety car to end, if it ever ends.
Okay, if the top 10 guys pit in right now, I don't think we'll have the safety car.
What? How did Joel get a severe collision with that?
Guys, boosted with DNF.
Hey, where did he DNF? Oh my god, what? He's lost his front left wheel on a straight under safety car. How does that happen? Boosted's going to have to tell us how that happened. I would love to get him in while we're behind the safety car.
Both Mercedes out right now.
How did that happen? Oh, please. I'll tell you what he'll know. Chief would know. He's a crew chief in them. How did Boosted lose his front wheel on a straight behind the safety car? Who did that? Because I don't think he did it himself. I'll tell you what, I'm watching the dressing Gecko as he's trying to catch up these guys, and their mediums look pretty good. And we do indeed get the safety car in this lap, so Bobby's going to have to do it all over again. And what the hell? The safety car just vanished from my screen. And I can smell something burning like toast or something. Hopefully, the wife hasn't. Hopefully, she hasn't forgot. Boosted Mess has left the session. Will he go early this time? Crawley will be. Oh, Crawley in the pits! Hey! Crawley into the pits. So this must be a call from our gamer, because I think our gamer is. No, maybe our gamer's not. I think it's Chief. So underway we go. An uneventful restart as Joel retires in the pits. A lot of guys are just getting out of it. So we're getting a mixed strategy here. Babs Crawley coming in, most certainly putting on the softs. He is indeed. So they must know something that we don't. And it's a case of, is it too early? Is it still too wet? Or is Bobby and Luke on the right strat? But to say that, Wesley is having a look here on Luke Wetzel's. Luke is not willing to give this one up. And I'm going to hold it around the outside. I think Wesley's going to get this one done. He needs to cut in nice and tight to close off any kind of cutback on him. And then, well done, Wesley up to P2. Tilda
Crowley's closing the gap to Gecko.
Till they're going side by side into the max corner, and he hits Wonder Tome, and Wonder Tome gets bumped, but they manage to keep it on track, and so they're still side by side, and Wonder Tome lifts off there and lets Tilda go. So yeah, brave or reckless to go side by side there. I don't know. You kind of have to trust whoever it is you're racing with. Not many people I'll go side by side in that corner with. They'll see it in Tier 1, but maybe not so much here. Futuristic's now going to try and take it off. Future off Wonder Tome as well. Wonder Tome gets on the brakes early and gives it up. So I think we might see more people coming into the pits. Yes, indeed, Wonder Tome getting off these intermediates. Oh, Bobby, what the hell? Bobby, not Bobby. Dressing Gecko. No, it wasn't Dressing Gecko, sorry. It was Quirky crashed coming into the pits into Wonder Tome. How does that happen? I have it on my record. So that will be probably a report coming in.
I think Via is going to have a lot of work to do.
VSC? The VSC was probably caused by Quirks crashing into the pits.
And Crowley's up to P14 right now. He has forgot the overtake button on.
He has indeed.
Somebody talk to him! Come on, guys!
Oh, Crawley! There it is, off now. I have it on, the way I used to race would be just push to activate, so not, these guys have it press once and then it activates it, press it again to deactivate. Mine's like, you press it and then as soon as you let go, it switches off immediately. I think that's the safer option. So it only be used when you press it. We are underway. And Wesley into the pits as well. So, but Bobby and Luke think that it's still worth staying out. DRS is enabled, Babs!
Now, I think Crowley has a big advantage.
Well, you say that. But Futuristic is on the soft, Babs. Futuristic's on the softs and he's in P5.
Yes, but he's on 4 laps or softs. They are not brand new, Purple Sector 3 from Crowley. He's up behind Weasley. Look at it. Look at this fight.
Which one?
Weasley and Crowley.
Well, I was actually watching the battle with Lepson and Snacks because these guys are swapping around. Larson is now
for Crowley. Ooh! What happened? They touched? Oh my god.
Ever Snacks is trying to have a go here at Virtue and Maggots and Beckett's with these softs on. This must be a little bit of a repeat of what I was saying earlier. In Austria, whenever it was still raining, but the softs were working. Here we go. Eversnacks is deploying everything he's got with the DRS and takes that P6 off Virtue. And Lepson now will most likely be looking to send it here as well. He will be absolutely paramount that he gets past him here. And he does indeed. But then Larson's going to try and sneak it around the outside on these softs. And Virtue is saying, no, not happening. And he just runs him off. So Lepson keeps in talk with Snacks. Will have the DRS, and it's Futuristic. I still believe is in the best position if the softs really come into play here to win this race. Crawley most certainly is not, but then setting that Snacks gets a real tank slapper on these softs.
What's happening, guys? Because I see a lot of ups and downs in the boards.
Yeah, they're all jumping all over the place, Babs. And Tab and Futuristic. Futuristic tonight. Is he going to try and get it done here? And Tab's getting out of it. On top knows he doesn't have the grip. So Futuristic up now into podium position. Up into the podium place. Futuristic has been quite a crafty old horse in previous seasons. And he does have that time penalty going against him, of course. So he realistically needs Bobby and Luke to pit to give him any chance of winning this race on track, I believe. Lepson DRS activated. This is going to be a very late move on Snacks. If it no, he backs out of it. And maybe worth trying to ruffle the feathers off Eversnacks there, because Eversnacks is going to creep up into the back, possibly of Futuristic, and get DRS. If not, Lepson will need to pass him this lap. He'll need to pass this lap. Yes, and you can see Lepson does have the pace, so Lepson's starting to come alive. And we have a dry track, Bob, so we are going to get the end of this race is indeed on the softs. So Bobby and Luke looks like they were on the wrong strat. And Snacks is really struggling for the braking zone. Zoom takes the fastest lap. Expect to see that dropping down as these laps come in. DRS activated for Lepson. He's going to squeeze up on the back here of Snacks. I'd be wise not to pass here, but you want to be nice and tight as you're coming out of Maggots and Beckett's laps. If you're listening, you want to be nice and tight to get the DRS on him and get the move done. Of course, Snacks will be waiting for it, but look at that. Snacks has 27% battery. He has been drinking his battery. He's going to be a sitting duck going into this last few laps of the race. He's going to have nothing to defend with. He's boosting there as well. No. He's a sitting duck. He's going to have nothing to fight with here soon. And that P4 is only a matter of time before Lepson takes. Lepson has learned a lot, I think, since the season that I raced with him. I used to get at him, tell him, stop deploying your battery, save it for the end. And he is indeed. And he'll not get on this one. But hang on, Leps. Snacks has basically no battery worth talking about. So it's only a matter of time before he gets that P4 off him. And Futuristic has indeed caught up on the back of P2. And I think Luke and Bobby are going to try and run this to the end. They've almost given themselves no choice as Antab gets a time penalty. I think Bobby is going to just try and capitalise on the little bit of a cushion that he has over these guys, Babs, and try and run it to the end. But there's going to be a point where these intermediates are just going to fall off a cliff instantly. And he may even lose it on track, like he might spin. But we'll see. A few more laps to go. Futuristic up into P2. So here we go. Futuristic, as I said, the one who is at the prime position to take this win off Bobby. He has 3.5 seconds to close down on Bobby, and
Futuristic has a penalty, yeah?
Yes, indeed. But these softs are superior at the moment on these intermediates, and these intermediates, 12 laps on dry track, are going to get ate up. Look at that. Whenever he passed Luke, he was 3.2 behind Bobby. He's now 2.6. This is going to be a no-brainer. He's going to pass Bobby on track. Will he be able to get away enough to cover that time penalty that he's got? Luke does indeed also have a time penalty. So realistically, Futuristic's goal now is to pass Bobby and then get a gap. Oh my goodness, that was a late call by Luke into the pits. So Luke is getting out of it. I actually think this is potentially Futuristic's race to lose, believe it or not. Even in P2, he's definitely there. He has that pace over the intermediates. Bobby has been controlling this race pretty much since lap 4, I think. But that decision not to pit is going to really kill him here. He might be able to hold on to a P2, but I don't think so. It's going to happen. Futuristic will be in the DRS zone this lap, and he's going to yeet past him, and there's going to be nothing that he can do. In fact, you might even get him before the DRS. He's going to go for it before the DRS. Don't do nothing silly, Futuristic. Bobby is getting out of it. He knows he can't fight this. And Futuristic takes the race lead and potentially the race win if Eversnacks can close up enough to cover that time penalty. Eversnacks might win. So we've got a couple of laps here of a pretty tense racing between Snacks and Futuristic. Of course, Lepson is within touching distance as well as Larson as well, Babs. I'm just going to have that.
How much the racing is gaining per lap. To 1.5 seconds more. And Bobby's out. Bobby's out of the track.
Yes, kind of predicted that one. I says there will be a point when those intermediates will just die instantly. In fact, he's got a puncture. According to my screen, he has got a front right puncture. So he is paying the price for not pitting, and he hits the wall as well and loses wing. Oh yes, absolute disaster. Nothing he can do. The tires on track.
It's not on track, basically.
Well, it's still on sale. Max in. Come on, Eversnacks. It's hammer time. No safety car, of course, because there isn't enough laps. So it is coming down to this. Futuristic has a 5-second time penalty, I believe, that he hasn't served. So it's looking like it's going to be a Snacks P1. And can I just say, I did reference that I wouldn't put it past him to get this at the start. He is a pretty quick driver, and with that TC I think he has, it bode well. In fact, as soon as I say that, he loses out the P2 to Lepson. So it's now Lepson is looking like going to get this race win. He is close enough to Futuristic that he doesn't need to pass him. Futuristic has a time penalty, so it's looking like it's going to be a Lepson P1. It's the last lap, and this is what happens, folks, when you drain your battery. Snacks, of course, in a good position with the DRS. No battery. Nothing to fight with whatsoever. Lepson has got plenty to cover off the DRS of Snacks. And Futuristic, no battery either, and a 5-second time penalty. So if Lepson can keep it together, he's going to get the ticket. He's going to take a race win at the England Grand Prix. Some say his home race.
Now, the racing may be P4.
Well, Snacks is still here in the P2. Larson, of course, is not to be discounted. He might take that P3 off Snacks. Snacks will have the DRS here on Leps, but he's going to have no battery whatsoever. Excuse me. Forgive me. Verche is off. He has retired, but Snacks is within half a second off Lepson. He's going to deploy everything he's got. It's not going to be enough. Lepson, empty your tank, son. Empty it. I'm dying at the end of this race. It's going to be enough to catch up, but not enough to pass. And this is going to be a P1. Oh my God, I'm dying. On stream, live to the world. It's going to be a Futuristic race win on track, but it's going to be a Lepson P1 because he kept a nice and clean race. Futuristic wins on track, but Lepson takes the race win. Snacks P2, Larson P3. He's going to lose out P4. No, he's not. Futuristic takes the P4. What a fantastic job. And I'm absolutely dying. I'm not going to make it till Monday, till I'm 39. I'm going to die live here. Oh, my goodness. Lepson takes the race win. Oh, my God. I can't talk. Sorry, I know this is not professional. You shouldn't be doing this on stream, but forgive me. Lepson takes the race win.
I told you for the racing would be P4.
Oh, what happened to Crawley? P8. My goodness, man.
Yeah, I think Crawley made the mistake of going in before the safety car.
Babs, I'm too young. I'm too young to die.
You are all too young to die, come on. What do you mean?
I heard a great saying, every man dies, not every man really lives.
So, do we agree with the game's decision about Lepson?
Person. No, actually, he wasn't pretending to be a drug Scottish person. I'm losing it, Babs. I'm losing. You're gonna have to take over, Babs.
So, this is the race winner, guys.
Lepson takes the P1 is what I was expecting, Babs. And then, of course, Eversnacks takes into P2. A great job from him. He started P9 and gets himself up to P2. I was a Lepson is definitely arguably
I would
a
go
driver.
with Futuristic, to be honest. It was P10 when everything started and managed to be P4.
But he got himself a penalty.
Yes, but still, with the penalty, he's P4.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. He got himself a time penalty. He didn't drive clean racing and some penalty.
Okay, without penalty, Snacks should be the driver of the day because he started P9 and he went P2.
Yes, but you see, it's not just about that. It's not about someone starting last and then getting themselves up there to the grid, the podium. That could be simply happened by just staying out, let's say, in the pits. It's all about who fights for it. And I think Lepson did a great job there. He had a fight for that. We will decide off track. We will have a boxing match between each other, Babs, and whoever wins gets to decide. And I fancy my chances because I am a bit of a boxing connoisseur. I have to say myself. Anyway, Alt and F4. Let's go back to Discord and let's see who wants to get interviewed.
I will bring in the winner of this race.
Slap, so.
Hello.
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 Now, did you have your Carnage portion, Bubble?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I wanted more, but you never have what you were asking in this life.
Yep, life sucks sometimes.
So, how did you find the race? Because Tipsy Bob is dying over there.
Dips, what happened, bro?
Oh, I'm getting old, Babs. In fact, there's no getting about it. I am up and down. But never mind that. I'm arguing with Babalis here that I think that you should be driver of the day. But he says, no, you were rubbish, and that it should be Eversnacks.
I'm not a vote in that one, But, I started the wrong wings, guys, so that was not great. I started with understeer city, I couldn't even turn in, it was really insane.
That's what I was going to say. I was saying at the start, during the early parts of that race laps, that I think that some guys were running dry setups because their front end grip was just non-existent. Did you know that it was going to dry up at the end of the race?
Yes, so I took a mix, but you can change your front wing during the race, so I was doing a bit tighter to each other, the wings in the wet was the planning, and to get the gap bigger when it was dry. But I didn't practice any rain, and when I find out at the start that the car was not turning at all, there was zero turn. So yeah, it was just a matter of time before I was gonna lose it because I was too early on throttle or just didn't make the corner. I was making the corners with downshifting. Yeah, that's not great. Then the setup is not great, right? So and after the first pit stop, I changed it. I did plus 3 or 4 wing in the front, so it was a car again. And then we had a good idea to go on the stops earlier than the rest. And the front had no choice because if they pit, they had a choice, but it's kind of hard, I was in the position, luckily, because I did not great at the start. I was in the position to take the risk to the soft, So yeah, it worked. So I'm happy. Oh, it's always nice to win your own Grand Prix tips, right?
Well, I have never won my home Grand Prix because we don't race in Ireland, you see. But yes, you won yours. You have a couple of home races. You've got the Britain Grand Prix, the Dutch Grand Prix, and the Loserville, according to Chief.
That's not nice. I cannot swear on stream, but yeah, that's kind of effed up, you know. But yeah, that's cheap, you know. He's getting older, he's getting grumpier, yeah. Like, huh? So,
You will get old too.
Yep.
You will become.
Oh, great interview, guys. Thanks. Any questions or geez?
What do you think about the next race, mate?
Next race was Belgium, right? Another one of my home Grand Prix. So it's next to the Netherlands. So yeah, Max is also half Belgium, half Dutch. So I see it as a home Grand Prix. So yeah, no, I love Belgium. Belgium is one of the fans' favorite, right? Driver's track, like got everything, like chicanes, hairpins, fast sections, and long straight.
Well, it doesn't like. Well, most tracks have that, really.
Yeah, but it's also long, really long. So, you know, as a driver, Tipsy, like Belgium is like a really good one. Like,
Does length matter?
Oh no, I don't want to make this joke on air. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanted to say, Kitty said to me last night it matters, but I.
Listen to this, Labber, listen to this.
Okay, I'm not gonna get drive off today.
Yes, I think we'll give it to Eversnacks now, Bob.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Are you suggesting that I'm attempting to lead you down a path of verbal diarrhea?
Maybe. I don't know.
Here, listen, I would never do an innuendo if I could never be held responsible to that charge.
Anyway. Sorry, Deb. Sorry. But I hope you guys. Yeah. Anyway, you guys.
I have nothing more to say to you, Epson. So go away.
Okay. Have also a great night. Thanks for the combs, guys, and
congrats on your win, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, go in.
Bye.
Baby. See how rude I am to these people, Babs. You see, just after a while, you just don't care anymore. I just don't care. Just whatever.
Okay, and we're going in the second of the championship day. Have snacks.
Hello, peeps.
Hello, Snacks. You are our driver of the day.
Oh my god, again?
Yeah.
Oh wait, did you get it last week? He got it last week, so we can't give it to him now. He's just kind of scuttled. We'll give it to Lepson then. There we go.
Oh, hey, wait, I wasn't racing last week. I commentated last week, actually.
All right, then. Congratulations, Snack. You're our driver of the day.
Guys, I don't even know where to start. I was not expecting a result like this, especially in the rain. Oh my god, I haven't shook this much after a race in like 3 years, I think. I won a championship once in a different league, and that's the last time I shook this much. Whew.
That's what we like to hear, man. A bit of passion. Try to get Babs to be a bit passionate, but he did get excited today whenever Crawley pitted on. What was it when you get excited? Oh, when Crawley took the race lead, that's right. And Babs was all supporting Crawley, but Crawley had his own wee incidents and fell off. But I will say, Snacks, I kind of predicted that you would do well today because you starting in P9, I think it was. You're a pretty consistent driver. Whenever you get up to speed, you're pretty quick. You don't do nothing too, nothing too rash. And Silverstone, especially wet, kind of rewards drivers that kind of keeps their cool. The only thing that went against you today, man, was your battery usage. You used so much battery that you had nothing to defend against. You see, against Lepson. Otherwise.
Otherwise, I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to save up his battery, and I knew he was going to overtake me. But I just was too scared of him. I had to use the battery. I had to.
You were scared of him?
Second place. I'm so happy with this. I'm not going to complain.
Well, is this to mean that the title fight is on now? You're going to go for the title?
I think I don't have that many points that I can fight for a title, but I'm definitely going to fight for some positions. If I can get a seat in the tier, a full-time seat, then I'm definitely going to fight for. Let's be careful. I'll fight for some top positions.
Well, I believe there may actually be a seat that has just recently come available, I believe. Well, because I was reading a few things in the Discord before the race started. I will not go into detail because we'll see what happens, but I think there might be a seat available. And there is still time to catch up and win the season, because remember what happened. Maybe you won't. What happened a few seasons ago? Tino in Tier 1, of course, he's an exceptional driver. He joined like mid-race or mid-season, I think, and he nearly won the title.
Yeah, he was super quick though. You have to be. To be fair, he was super quick. I'm just kind of here.
You're just human, Snacks, and he's an alien.
Exactly. That's why he races Tier 1 and I don't.
Okay.
I have to say, slightly mad about the first safety car, because it came out right the lap after I pitted, and everybody was in the pits. Then the safety car comes out, and everybody comes out in front of me. I was held back so much during that race, but I also held back other people, so I think it was fair. But yeah, I think the potential was there for an even better race.
Oh, the one thing, now that I remember, there might be one thing, Snacks, that might potentially rain on your success, right? There was a moment whenever after the first DRS section, I can't remember the corner name, that I think you got a rear lock and you kind of ran off track, snapped a bit, and then you came back on track, and it looks like that you came on track in the path of Wonder Tome, which then meant Wonder Tome had to get out of it, and then there was a crash behind afterwards. Now, whether he deems that an unsafe rejoin, he may report. We'll see, but there is that also possibility.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I made a mistake there. I got off track. I think it was super close on the rejoin. I didn't see it from the other perspective. I probably will later on. Yeah, we'll see. If he reports me, that's totally fair.
Yeah, because I was watching on thing, and I did say if you watch the stream back, you'll say that it looked like a potentially unsafe unsafe rejoin, and then it was because of that. Then Skin Tony subsequently then ended up hitting Wonder Tome. So we'll see what happens. I don't see anything in the reports challenge just as yet. So as it stands, man, it's a wonderful P2. Great job.
Hey, and even if I take P4 in the end, I'm going to be happy with that. I'm just collecting points left, right, and center.
That's exactly what you have to do in Tier 3. That's exactly it, man. Good job. Do you have anything, Babs? Do you want to talk to Snacks about?
Next race, Spa.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I love the track. Very exciting to drive around there, but I don't think I'm the fastest person there. Maybe I have to practice a bit more my battery saving, because I think that is very important in Spa. But yeah, we'll see. I might race next week again.
Especially if it's raining in Spa.
Oh, don't talk about rain in Spa.
Don't forget, guys. You always assume you will have a dry race. Maybe it's the comfort zone for the drivers, like Tipsy Pop doesn't like to race on wet terrain. But you maximize the potential of your DRS users when you're not having the DRS. And he's off.
Sorry guys, technical problem. Sorry.
So, do you agree with me?
Yeah, totally. No, I do think that a lot of it is just practice. If we practice a lot in the rain, I think we'd be a lot more comfortable with it. But of course, it's also more dangerous, because everybody's more prone to make a mistake somewhere, and then suddenly you're running into the back of someone. So, yeah, I think it rewards practice a lot, and it also just rewards careful driving. Because if you push too much in the rain, you're out. I think we saw that today. I think there were a few crashes in the race, and yeah, just I'll try my best to drive careful if it's raining. But let's just hope for a dry race.
Also, you have to figure out your strategy, because in a wet race, strategies differ. For example, today you had full wet and you went to dry.
Yeah,
you have to calculate when to go to the pits and use your DRS appropriately.
Yeah, I do want to say that call onto the dry tires, I was extremely afraid that I had just completely ruined my race. But I think I selected the soft tires and was about to go into the pits. And in that moment, Jeff was like, hey, maybe you want to go on to softs. So I was like, yes, I got the perfect strategy now. Because everybody else was still stuck behind the safety car. I don't think that without that strategy call, I could have made it anywhere in the top 5 today. But yeah, it just worked out for me. I do also want to thank my wonderful fellow axolotl-loving race engineer who helped me today. It was very helpful to hear the call-outs that Futuristic in the back was going faster on the inters. So, also
who was that? Who's your engineer?
Oh, I don't think anybody here knows him, but yeah, he's my German race engineer. Maybe he'll race in a few weeks. We'll see. Maybe he starts racing.
I think he posted something in the chat today. I was saying that you don't like this kind of conditions or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That was him.
Okay. Well, we'd love to have him if he's not listening. We'd get him on board and he can join us as well. He can race if he's feeling up to it.
So I'm the only one that doesn't have an engineer, yes? Okay.
No, Babs. I never have an engineer. I don't want one. I like to just race in silence.
I think if I had to race in silence, I would just drive into a wall somewhere. I need somebody to keep me on my toes. Otherwise, I just start singing when I'm talking to Futuristic while racing.
Anyways, congratulations on your podium today and the driver of the day. I hope for you to do better on the next race, and I think you can do it if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I'll be fighting. Thanks, guys.
You have a good night, mate. Glad to have you. So, Bob, just died.
I'm here. I'm hanging on. I'm still here.
So, in order for us to close the stream and let everybody know that we are dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and tomorrow we have the second division of the championship. Do you expect a lot of battles? I'm not gonna commentate. That's why I'm asking.
You think you're asking if there'll be a lot of battles tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Tier 2 has always been really feisty. A lot of very, very, very skilled drivers, even if they do use assists, but they're still very skilled and very fast. And our gamer is like on it. Like I said before, the man just gets quicker and quicker and quicker. And definitely he is deserving a race win. If he hasn't won one already, I think he's almost won a couple. So I'm just tuning in to wait and see whenever a gamer wins, because it's only a matter of time. But as I said, it's very feisty. It's a feisty tier, and yeah, definitely there's going to be a bit of action, man.
Do you think the Punk's goat will finish tomorrow?
Do I think who? What?
Punk has a goat tomorrow. Dice.
I would love to see. Excuse me. I would love to see Dice racing tomorrow. Because Dice is just like an absolute god. I love that young man. He's amazing. He's always very, very entertaining to talk to, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. You never know what he's going to say next.
That's a good line. Anyway, guys, this is it from us today in the third division. And we are going to have a lot of action piling up tomorrow and on Friday with the first division. And I hope to see everybody again there to support our championship. If you'd like to join us, you can come and join our Discord server and participate on the championship. Fill out the form, the procedure, and you will get the latest announcements of SLR developments. Until next time, from me, have a good night and best to you. And Tipsy Bob.
Yes, I will also bid them farewell. I can smell my food. It's ready, Babs, and I can't wait to end the stream so I can go eat my dinner.
Okay, let the man eat, guys. Good night.